It is swung on and fouled 0-1. Pierce is up in the 300s with the average. He's been swinging it well. He's dangerous when he gets on base. He could steal and do all those things, be very active. Be a great guy for the Tarpons to have on base in the early stages. That one is low, 1-1.
Watching Pertwee warm up a little bit. He was up in the zone a good bit.
His 1-1 is low, 2-1. Just underway, the first batter of the game between Houma Christian School and South Lafourche. 2-1 pitch. That one's lined to the right side, and the Tarpons are going to have a great play by the second baseman, but he can't throw out Pierce. An outstanding try that time by Penasol, but Pierce just beat it out, hustling down the line. Made a diving play.
Penasol, yeah, he dove to his left, made a nice stop, but Pierce just way too much speed.
So now Jack Leday will stand in with a chance to help himself out on the mound. Pierce is in safe, nearly threw it away. They'll have to be careful about that.
See if they can pitch Jack inside. A lot of times he takes an outside pitch, just drives it to the opposite field.
Pertweet's pitch. That's hit hard to the right side, and it's going to drop for a hit. So 2 straight hits to lead off the game for the Tarpons, and they'll have runners at first and second with no one out. Tarpons are coming out swinging.
Yeah, that time they tried to come right at Leday. Nice swing. Good contact right over the second baseman's head.
Yep, good clean base hit. As now Brock Johnson will stand in. The Tarpons are going to run Alamo for the pitcher Leday, which will allow Jack to go take a seat and relax before the bottom of the first. Early scoring threat here for Big Blue. Johnson shows bunt. He gets it down. This might be a base hit to the third baseman who's got to make a throw. No one's covering the bag. He throws it away. Tarpons are going to score 1. The second run being waved around. He is also going to score. It is 2-0. Brock Johnson's at second base. Tarpons get the bunt down, and my goodness, 2 runs on the board before Houma Christian has even gotten an out.
Nice bunt by Brock Johnson to the third baseman. Third baseman came up, charged the ball. No one was covering first base, and he still threw the ball.
And the crazy part of it is he saw no one was covering the base.
Yeah, because he kind of double clutched a little bit and still threw the ball to first.
So now, with a 2-0 advantage, Camden Berg will stand in. There is still a runner in scoring position for the Tarps. Pertwee has to shake off what's been a rough start. And he delivers one low, 1-0. Could not have asked for a better start if you're a Tarpon fan. Right off the bus, you got a couple of runs to work with. There's a strike, 1-1. Josh Mack is on deck. Johnson has a big old lead over there at second. The pitch, breaking pitch high, 2-1. Houma Christian School played Central Private yesterday and got beat up on. It was a run rule game. See if they could get back into the dugout and start to rebuild some of their confidence. The 2-1. There's a called strike, 2-2.
Yeah, see how they're going to respond, follow down early. 2 runs.
Pertwee has a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Camden Berg with 2 across in the inning. Still no outs. The pitch high, and it's full. Good eye from Camden that time. Tarpons executed in the bunt game a second ago. Put the ball in play. Forced an error. Josh Mack is on deck for South Lafourche. He's been swinging a good bat. The 3-2. Swing, and he fouled it into the screen. It'll stay full.
Good job by Berg. fighting at the plate, knocking that 2-strike pitch foul, staying alive.
Yep, live to see another one. And here is the next one. That's way high, and it is a walk. So the Tarpons' first 4 hitters have reached safely, and now Josh Mack is going to stand in with runners at first and second. Tarpons have had this situation earlier in the game. They laid down a bunt. Let's see if they could do the same here, or if they're going to let Josh swing away. Pertwee is the baseball. He delivers to the plate. He shows bunt and is high 1-0. I know it's early. I know it's the top of the first inning. This is a big spot for Houma Christian. They can't fall behind 4 or 5 runs.
They're struggling.
They are having a hard time right now. Mack shows bunt, and the pitcher steps off the mound. Shows it, pulls back. It's high 2-0. So the Tarpons are threatening a big inning with a couple across and still no out, and a pretty good hitter with a hitter's count, 2-0. So the pitch to Mack, shows bunt again. He pops it up. Foul on the left side. Just out of the reach of the third baseman. It'll be 2-1.
Yeah, it's Basil. He
made a good effort.
Yeah, good effort. Saw the ball come off the bat a little late.
Still hitters count for the Tarps. Pertwee behind 2-1 with runners at first and second. Shows bunt again. That's low. It's 3-1. Resdue, who had a couple of hits in the Tarpons' last game against Assumption, is on deck. He would love to be batting with the bases loaded. They're one pitch away from maybe making that a reality. 3-1, he shows bunt again. It's bunted on the right side under the glove of the first baseman, and it's an infield single. Everybody's safe. The first baseman dove for the baseball, came up sharp by the time Pertwee got to it. He didn't have a play because Mack was running hard down the line, and the Tarpons have the bases loaded with no one out. They're going to have a runner for Mack. Tell you who that is. That is Brock Ogel running for him. Now the first pitch to Resdue. He has a strike, 0-1. The bases are full. There's no one out. It's an 0-1 count to rest. The pitch is wide, 1-1. Pertwee trying to find his release point. He's fallen behind a lot in this inning. The 1-1. That's low, 2-1.
Pertwee's already over 20 pitches and no one out.
And Coach Martinez was saying arms were at a premium today, so not a great start. The 2-1 is low, 3-1. Another one out of the zone, and Rest is going to have an RBI. There's no place to put him. It's 3 balls, and it's 1 strike. Pertwee's 3-1 pitch is hit in the air, just foul to the left of the third base bag. That would have been big trouble, but now it'll be full.
Rest was all over that pitch.
See, Pertwee could come all the way back and get a much-needed first out for his team. Working out of the windup, the 3-2 is high, and he walked him, and the Tarpons lead 3-0. The bases will stay loaded. That's an RBI for Resdue. And Tyler Sanders will stand in. Great opportunity for the bottom of this Tarpon order to break out and put a big number on the board in the top of the first inning. Pertwee's pitch to Sanders. He has a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. The runners all take their leads. The pitch to Sanders. Breaking pitch high, 1-1.
Pertwee getting a little frustrated out on that mound.
Yep, he's been out there a while now. He's been throwing for a long time. The 1-1 fouled into the screen, and it's 1-2. He gave up a infield single to Pierce, then a solid base hit to right by Leday, then the bunt scored 2 via the throwaway, then a walk, then another bunt hit, then an RBI walk. So they're just kind of paper cutting them to death here in the top of the first. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's chopped on the left side, should score another run. The third baseman makes a long throw, and they got him. So the Tarpons are going to get another run. Houma Christian School gets their first out, but it's 4-0 South Lafourche. Give Tyler Sanders an RBI.
Yeah, close play down at first.
A really good job by Basile making the wonderful throw. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Vedros will stand in. 4 already across in the inning. The pitch. That's a strike on 1. There's nobody smiling brighter than Jack Leday right now because he has been staked to a 4-run lead before he has even thrown a pitch. The 0-1 shows bunt, suicide squeeze. He gets it down. Tarpons have scored another run. That is outstanding execution that time from Vedros. There's now 2 outs in the inning. The Tarpons rolled the dice, and they come up, I guess, with aces there as they get another run across. Now Angelette will stand in, the 9th batter in the inning.
We talked about the bottom half of the lineup. They're producing.
There's a strike. And look, we even said it in the pregame. You don't have to get hits. You don't have to go 3 for 4. Just put the ball in play. They're getting the bunts down, making things happen. And you've got 5 across in this half inning and still a runner at third. The pitch. That's another strike, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Pertwee trying to get out of what has been a really rough top of the first inning. The pitch. He went around. That'll retire the side. So the Tarpons score 5 and take a nice lead into the bottom of the first inning. Houma Christian will have an opportunity to counter with Pellegrin, Pertwee, and Pertwee in the bottom of the first on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Houma Christian School is going to have their 1, 2, and 3 hitters, Pellegrin, Pertwee, and Pertwee batting against the Tarpon defense, which is as follows. Pitching today, Jack Leday. Catching him, Josh Mack. At first base today is going to be Camden Berg. At second base today, a late addition to the defensive lineup, Perez Due. At third, Max Vedros. At short, Jacob Pierce. In the outfield from right to left, Austin Curall in right, Hayden Angelette in center, and Tyler Sanders in left. We saw Leday on Saturday. He was pretty good. He threw a lot of strikes. That'll be, heck, when you got a 5-run lead, that's the recipe again. Throw a bunch of strikes, make them put it in play. As Pellegrin will stand in.
You see Max throws down. They're on the shortstop side of the bag.
Yep. So the first pitch of the game for Jack Leday is hit in the air to short right into the glove of Pierce. 1 pitch, 1 out. And when you're coming off of a 5-run inning, that is just what the doctor ordered right there. A quick first out. Now George Pertwee will stand in. Base pitch. There's a called strike, 0-1. You know, Pertweet's frustrated. He would love nothing more than to get a hit here. I know he had a long top of the first. He hits that one high in the air to center, chasing Angelette back. I think he's under it, and he is. So he gave it a ride, but with the wind blowing in, it's going to be hard to hit one out today, and there's 2 away.
Nice job by Angelette out there in center field.
So 2 up and 2 down, which will lead to Henry Pertweet standing in. He's the shortstop for Houma Christian School. Pitch. He sees a strike. It's 0-1. Jack's going to challenge you to put it in play. As we said in the pregame, he throws a ton of strikes. He has been locating well. The 0-1. That's a little wide. 1-1. Tarpons are going to have the top of their order again in the second inning as they batted around. The 1-1 is up 2-1.
Day works quick on that mound.
Yes, he does. 2-1. That's hit hard, and that's a solid single to center. Just over the head of Lede. Nothing he could do about that one. That was a solid base hit. And the first base runner of the game for the Warriors is Mr. Henry Pertweet. And now Frigu will stand in. 2 outs. Big right fielder standing in. They throw back and nearly throw it away. But Camden will fish it out of the dirt.
Well, Pertwee was diving to the bag and kind of dove short.
So you have to be careful with that baseball just laying on the ground out there. Now he's going to call time. He might have actually fallen on the ball. The throw was low. His slide was a little short, as Coach was saying, and he might have went belly button first into the baseball, which might cut your breath for a little bit. Looks like he's okay. Now Frigu will stand back into the lineup. It's the pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Mac, 1-0. Warriors trying for a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the first inning. A quick pickoff throw, but he's barely off the bag. Day behind in the count. Throws back again, and the runner's in safe again.
Again, looks like Pertwee stumbles getting back to the bag.
Now the 1-0. It's wide, 2-0. Wide and maybe a little bit high. This is going to be a dangerous pitch. You're facing a good hitter. It's a hitter's count. Don't want to give anything away for free with a 5-run lead. The pitch is hit hard to right center. Chasing the right fielder back, and Curall will make a running catch to retire the side. Frigu hit that one on the barrel. Curall made a very nice play, and that retires the side. It is 5-0 Tarpons after 1 inning. The top of the order, Pierce, Lede, and Johnson when play resumes on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. the game in style with 5 in the top of the first. Houma Christian School, frankly, just some bad luck in the bottom of the inning. I mean, Frigu hit the ball on a rope. A great defensive play by Austin Curall gets the Tarpons out of that situation. Now to be Pierce, Leday, and Johnson, 1, 2, and 3 batting in the second, looking for some insurance.
Yeah, for a while it looked like the ball was going to go through in the gap, but Austin did a good job of taking a good angle to the ball.
Yep, he had a great jump off the bat. Pierce had an infield single to the second baseman his first time up. The pitch from Pertwee is a strike 0-1. That was that play where the second baseman, Penasol, made a great diving effort and almost robbed him of a hit, but the throw was just a little late to the bag. The 0-1. Breaking pitch hit hard through the infield for a solid hit. So Pierce has 2 knocks in 2 innings, and the Tarpons have the leadoff man aboard for the second straight inning.
A good solid hit by Pierce.
And now Jack Leday, who found the barrel his first time up and hit a line drive base hit to right.
See if he attacks his first pitch.
Pierce can run. We know that. He's one of the leading base stealers on the team. Leday is showing bunt. I think that's a bluff.
I hope it is.
I think that's a bluff. We'll see. He is showing bunt. The runner's going. Yeah, it is a bluff. They'll throw down there, and it's a stolen base. Brought to you by Absolute Fitness. And it was a ball, so it's 1-0.
Yeah, just to get the runner in scoring position. Good job by the Tarpons.
Yeah, just create a little traffic for the catcher. Now he's going to be swinging away trying to get an RBI. The 1-0 hit in the air into the screen. Foul, 1-1. Great start to the game for the Tarpons, and now they have another runner in scoring position, trying to add on. With a game Saturday, a game Monday, and a game Tuesday, you would love to have a stress-free day potentially today, but a lot of baseball left to be played. Pierce with a big old lead, the 1-1. That's hit in the air and out on the left side. Foul, 1-2. It's going to be hard for us to judge foul balls to the left side because that's right where the sun is. But picked up that one enough to see that it was heading out. Now, behind in the count, the 1-2. That's lined and foul by about a foot. He lined it to left, and it was just foul. Missed the double by about a foot. But again, made contact and found the barrel of the bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pertwee trying to get the first out of the top of the second inning. It's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Lined to the shortstop, Pertwee. He'll make the throw, and they get the out. But it's a productive out as he moves the runner over to third. So good at bat there for Leday. And now Brock Johnson will stand in.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Leday, just going with the pitch to advance the runner.
What did Coach Guitros tell us on play-by-play yesterday? He said we lost the assumption because we struck out more than they did. Only 1 strikeout on your first 11 at-bats here today. You're putting it in play. Swing and a miss there to Johnson, 0-1. Brock reached on that bunt. It was a very well-placed bunt. Don't know if they could have thrown him out even if there was a guy covering the bag, but the third baseman charged and threw it away. He's showing bunt again. They're creeping up on the infield, and now they will step off. The 0-1. Hit hard. Foul almost took Pierce's head off over there at third, and it's 0-2. So Pertwee's command has been better in the second inning. He hasn't fallen behind. He's actually gotten ahead of some guys. You would love a pop out or a strikeout here. But it's easier said than done against Brock Johnson. The 0-2. Got him looking. Good pitch there, and there's 2 away. Now you got to face Camden Berg, who drew a walk his first time up.
Again, big spot for Houma Christian here. They cannot let another run cross.
Yep. Just psychologically, you want to stop the bleeding. That one's wide, 1-0. Got to be a wall back there if you're Ellis, but we did mention this in the pregame. There's not much of a backstop. If it gets by, you got to make sure it ricochets the right way off that brick. The 0-1. Low, 2-1. Or it's going to be 2-0.
That Pierce is going to have a big lead. Anything gets behind the catch, he should be able to score.
Yep, he'd have to ricochet right back to the catcher, which is, I guess, unlikely, but we've seen it before, the 2-0. That's hit to the left side, gloved by the third baseman, who have to make a throw, and it is to the first baseman, who picks it out of the dirt to retire the side. So it's Basile getting it to Martinez and putting the Tarpon rally on ice. It's 5-0 South Lafourche. We're going to the bottom of the second inning here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. With the Tarpons on top, 5-0. Carter Kale was making the warm-up catches for Lede. Now Mack will step in. He'll catch one and probably fling it down to second. But we'll catch a couple. They're not ready to go, so that gives us time to get some sponsors in. Let's thank Golden Motors, where price is priority. Absolute Fitness, Health and Fitness Center, open 24/7, 17092 West Main Street in Cutoff. And State Bank and Trust Company, banking you could count on, member FDIC. And one more, Thibodeau Regional Health System, a leader in bringing the latest and best technology to our region. The third baseman for the Warriors will stand in. First pitch of the bottom of the second inning is wide, 1-0. It's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. You mentioned it, and boy, it's spot on. Lede is working quick. As a batter, you got to be ready because he's not shaking off Mack. He's getting the pitch, and he is raring and ready to go. The 1-1 nearly hit him high and inside, 2-1.
You step out the batter's box, and when you step back in, you better be ready to swing.
Absolutely. 2 balls and 1 strike. Line to right. Can Curall make the play on this one? He can, and there's one away. It's hit right at him. So good defensive positioning there. And again, tough luck for the Warriors. They hit it hard right at somebody, as now Martinez will stand in.
Yeah, the Warriors are making solid contact, just hitting it right to where the Tarpons are.
Yep, no luck so far. Give the Tarpon defense credit. They're making the plays. It's the pitch to Martinez is a called strike, 0-1. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Big Blue has a 5-0 lead. They scored all 5 runs in the top of the first. The 0-1 breaking pitch and a beauty for a strike, 0-2. That one looked like it was going to hit Martinez, and then it scraped the inside portion of the plate.
Oh, I'd have been standing on third base. I'd have jumped on that box.
Can he record his first strikeout of the game? Ahead in the count 0-2. In the dirt, blocked by Mack, 1-2.
Good job trying to get Martinez to chase. 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Wait, 1 strike. Ford has.
No, it's 2. The 1-2. Got him. So there is the second out of the inning and the first strikeout of the day for Leday. Give him credit. He's come in here and he is pitching very, very well. Now Nathan Adams will stand in. The Warrior left fielder. Leday's pitch. High and wide, 1-0. Houma Christian School is the high school of Gavin Duga, who is part of the LSU National Championship team, the 1-0. That's a line to the right side. Dewey will glove it and get it to the bag, and that'll retire the side. 1-2-3 defensive inning for the Tarpons, protecting a 5-0 lead. When we get back, it'll be Mack, Dewey, and Sanders, with South Lafourche up 5-0 in the third on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. To the top of the third inning we go. It is the middle of the order, 5, 6, and 7. Mack, Dewey, and Sanders for South Lafourche due up against George Pertwee of the Houma Christian School Warriors, with the Tarpons out in front by 5. Pertwee just made his last warm-up toss, and Josh Mack will stand in. He had an infield single on a bunt in the first inning. See if Mack could get his second hit of the day. One thing you know about Josh, he's going to play a good defensive catcher. He has been a wall back there this year.
Yes, he has.
First pitch of the third is low. Nope, called strike, 0-1. Thought it was a smidge low. He gets the call. Now the windup in the 0-1 pitch. That's chopped off of Josh's ankle, and it's 0-2. Dewey had an RBI walk his first time up. He's on deck. Sanders had an RBI fielder's choice ground out his first time up in the hole. The 0-2. That's outside, 1-2. Another pitch coming to Josh Mack with 1 ball and 2 strikes. He starts his windup. It's chopped up the middle over the glove of the pitcher. The shortstop charging Pertwee, and they got him by a step. That is an outstanding play from Henry Pertwee that time. That was not an easy play. Had to cover a lot of ground, and he beats Mack by a half a step. Good call by the umpires out there.
Yeah, Mack has some speed running on that first baseline. That was a good play. He, like you mentioned, he had to cover a lot of ground.
He went all the way to the right of the second base bag, as now Dewey will stand in. And he sees a strike, 0-1. It feels like Pertwee has kind of found that he's getting ahead. He's throwing more strikes. You just got to wonder if he's dug himself too deep of a hole. That's going to be up to his offense. The 0-1. There's another strike, 0-2.
Yeah, his offense is going to have to start chipping away a little bit.
Yep. And to their credit, I mean, they've hit the ball hard, just right at people so far. The 0-2. Breaking pitch chopped to Pertwee. He's got to make a throw, and he does, and there's 2 away. So that is a 1-3 put out. And now Tyler Sanders will stand in. But again, even with, not scoring in the second and now having no one on and 2 outs in the third, you're putting the ball in play. Coach Guitros is going to like that. He said they had way too many strikeouts against Assumption. There's a breaking pitch behind Sanders 1-0.
Sanders showed bunt.
Maybe showing it again, just trying to draw them in, maybe hit it over their head. He pulls back and takes a strike, 1-1. One ball and one strike. Here's Pertweet's pitch. It's in the dirt, 2-1. The top of the third inning here. The Tarpons and the Warriors, a 4A versus 2A matchup of local teams. 2 balls and 1 strike the pitch. That's foul off of the netting, and it's 2-2.
The strategy, faking a bunt, pulling back and trying to hit.
And just trying to get the third baseman to come in some. So if you hit it on a line, maybe that'd be my thoughts. But I think you could also mess up your own timing, perhaps. The 2-2. Outside, and it's full. Didn't miss by much, but he didn't get the call. On deck is Max Vedros. And an RBI on a bunt in the first inning. 3-2. That was chopped to the third baseman. It's a fair ball. Got to make a long throw. No chance. Well, I tell you what, Basile gave it about as good of a chance as you could. He had to go a long way through on the run, but Sanders gets an infield single out of it.
Yeah, Basile, he couldn't put enough on that throw to first.
Yeah, the fact that he got to it is amazing in and of itself. Sanders will be running at first. Vedros will stand in. It's the pitch. Wide, 1-0. Houma Christian doesn't want to get to the top of the order in this inning. They want to get out of here right now. Don't want to have to face Pierce and Leday and those guys again. It's the pitch. There's a strike, 1-1. Coach Guitros giving the call to his base runner and to his hitter. The 1-1. Tyler's going. It's a hit and run, and Max fouls it away. So the Tarpons try to roll the dice and press the action. Max was protecting the base runner, swung away, and fouled it off.
Yeah, Max did his job. He had to protect the runner. The ball's a little inside. Did a good job of putting the bat on the ball.
Plate umpire cleaning up the plate. That bright, shiny white home plate. They were spray painting it as we were getting here today. Sanders is a very short lead. Now he widens it out a little bit. Tried to hit and run the last time. Not going this time. The 1-2 is in the dirt. And they'll throw down the first, but Sanders is back safe. He got hung up a little bit in between when he saw the ball get by the catcher slightly. But the peg back down to first was not in time. It was a little wide also. Two balls and 2 strikes. They throw back, and Sanders is in safe. So Vedros can make contact here. The 2-2. Wide, and it's full. So now we know Tyler's going to be running on the merry-go-round pitch. 3-2 at 2 outs. Tyler takes off. The pitch is low, and it's a walk. So the Tarpons will have 2 on, and the 9-hole hitter, Caden Angelette, will stand in. And you're 1 successful at bat away from exactly what we were talking about a second ago, having to face the top of the order again. Angelette struck out swinging his first time up. Even when the Tarpons are being retired, they're making Pertwee throw. He has worked up a pitch count as that one's fouled into the parking lot 0-1.
Yeah, he's about over 20 this inning.
And you say he was around 30 or so in the first inning, so he's thrown a whole bunch. The 0-1 hit him, and the bases are going to be loaded for Jacob Pierce, who already has 2 hits on the afternoon. So a very dangerous spot here for the Warriors, facing a hot hitter with the bases loaded, already down 5 runs. Pierce has a hit to the second baseman and a solid hit to left field. George Pertwee has to come over the plate here. There's no place to put him. The first pitch to Pierce is low, 1-0.
Not sure how many pitches Pertwee had available coming into the game.
1-0 is way high, 2-0. I don't think this will be a red light with your leadoff batter, but it's going to be, hey, it better be a juicy one if you're going to swing here with the bases loaded. Ahead 2-0. He is seeing it in, and it is 3-0. Now I do think it's a red light. Another pitch out of the zone makes it a 6-0 game. It's a 3-ball, no-strike count to Jacob Pierce. There's a strike. It's 3-1. He's going to have to throw you a heater, you would think. See if Pierce could get around on it. The 3-1 is way up, and it's a walk. And the Tarpons have added a run to their lead. It's now 6-0.
Hey, keep working.
And Jack Leday will stand in. Had a base hit to right. Grounded out to short.
Give credit to the Tarpons. They're doing all this with 2 out.
Yep. Looked like it was going to be a quiet inning. And that's high, 1-0. A walk, a hit batter, and a walk. 3 straight freebies. Leday's going to have to be patient here. But if he gives you one that you could get the barrel and you could drive it here, the 1-0. And it's hit in the air. Out of play on the left side. And it's 1-1.
I've seen some people
too close to us, scattering.
Jogging out the way.
But it is a loud strike.
See, I don't have to move. When I see you jump under the table, then I know it's coming close.
That ain't gonna happen, brother. We would make a barehanded play.
Oh, okay.
Glad you know when I'm telling a lie. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch to Leday. Lined, and that's a fair ball. That is 1 run. That is 2 runs. The Tarpons are waving the 3rd run around, and it is going to be a 3 RBI double for Jack Leday. The Tarpons lead 9-0.
Jack is dangerous going opposite field. If you're going to pitch him toward the outside, he's just going to take the ball and hit it right where you pitched it. It's a great piece of hitting.
That was just to the right of the bag, and the Tarpons have added 4 more, all with 2 outs, to extend their lead to 9-0. Now Brock Johnson will stand in. He was a strikeout victim his last time up.
Is that Alamo pitch running?
Yes, sir. Alamo running for Leday, who's going to go and get ready to pitch in the home half of the 3rd. It's the pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Tarpons have several guys in the lineup with multiple hits in the game. Leday now with 2 hits. Pierce with 2 hits. The 1-0. That one's hit on a line and foul into the left corner, but another one where they hit pretty hard. With Alamo running and going on contact, anything into the outfield, he should be able to score. The 1-1. Breaking pitch, hit, gloved by the third baseman, who has to make a throw and gets Johnson by a step to retire the side. But the Tarpons have another big inning, and they add 4 to their lead. It's 9-0 Big Blue, going to the bottom of the third here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Here on Coastal Broadcasting. And Ellis will stand in. He is the Houma Christian catcher. First pitch from Leday. Inside, 1-0. That one's grounded slowly to Pierce at short. Got to make a throw, and he does. 1 away. So a slow roller. Pierce charges in and delivers a strike, and there's 1 away. Was wondering if Pierce would have any lingering issues. I know his finger got cut when he dove into first the other night, but he's out there and he looks pretty smooth back there.
Yeah, it's a smooth play right there at shortstop.
First pitch to Pennason is a called strike, 0-1. They head in the count, and it is a ball inside, 1-1.
Close,
yep.
Almost swing, and a close, almost strike call.
Yep. Pellegrin is on deck for the Warriors, the 1-1. That's called strike, 1-2. Jack is making him put it in play. He's only got the 1 strikeout. He's trying to get 2 here. His defense behind him has been flawless so far. The 1-2. Got him looking for the second out. That is a good hook. Again, started inside. Looked like it was going to maybe hit the batter and then just snap back in there for a strike.
Yeah, Leday is in a groove right now.
Doing exactly what you want with a 9-run lead. Throwing strikes, making the offense hit you, giving nothing away for free as Pellegrin stands in. He grounded out to Pierce his first time up. Inside, 1-0.
And the pitches he's missing on, he's not missing by much.
Yep, he has definitely been in control. The 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike with 2 outs and no one aboard in the bottom of the third. The pitch. That one's grounded to Vedras. Got to make a throw. And he does. It's off the bag, but Berg applies the tag, and that'll retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 defensive inning for the Tarpons, who are going to be sending Berg, Mack, and Dewey to the plate when play resumes. Up 9-0 here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Education, prevention, care. The Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute was recognized by the Louisiana Athletic Training Association with the President's Award for Excellence in Health and Safety. With a passion for ensuring the well-being of over 23,000 student athletes and covering 1,400 sports events annually, Our athletic trainers are dedicated to providing the best care in sports medicine. Discover more about Terrebonne General Community Sports Institute at tghealthsystem.com.
South Lafourche will bat in the fourth inning with Camdenburg, Josh Mack, and Rez Dewey up 9 here on KLEB and the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. We got a second, so let's go ahead and finish out our sponsor sheet here. GIS, putting people first. Joe Septic, on call 7 days a week, 24 hours a day for all your fencing and septic needs. Terrio Dewey and Insurance. And Terrio Dewey and Terrio Insurance Company. We don't sell product, we sell a service. Call us today. We thank them all so much for their support of Tarpon Athletics. As Camdenburg will stand in. He drew a walk and he grounded out to the third baseman his first time up. Or his second time up, rather. Drew the walk his first time up. Off the bus, the Tarpons have been scoring runs. They had 5 in the first inning, 4 in the third inning. Bertweet's pitch. That's hit hard to left. Chasing him back and making a play out and left is Adams, 1 away. Camden gave it a ride, just not a good day to be hitting a fly ball with the wind blowing in. Now Mack will stand in.
A nice job by Nathan Adams for the Warriors.
Yeah,
Covered a lot of ground.
Yes, he did.
Battled the sun.
First pitch to Mack is hit to left. That's tailing and dropping, and that's the second hit of the day for Josh Mack. So add another Tarpon to the list of folks with multiple hits. He goes the opposite way and picks up his second knock. And now Rez Dewey will stand in. If you're South Lafourche, hey, look, man, it is what it is. You are 1 run away from maybe having a shortened ball game here. You can maybe try to play for a run. If you could keep pitching it, keep adding on. The pitch to Rez is fouled into the parking lot 0-1. Oh, it just hit that blue truck out there. Oh, never mind.
I don't know why I looked. I'm far away.
Yeah, not even close.
I thought it was somebody else's truck.
The 0-1. They throw back, and the runner is in safe. Rez had an RBI walk and a ground out to the pitcher. He had a couple of knocks against the Mustangs. They throw back again, and Mack is in safe again. They're actually letting Josh Mack run today.
Mm-mm.
No, it's not Mack, huh? Oh, my bad. It's
Ogel.
Yep, Ogel. My apologies. That's high. I was wondering. Usually they would not, but yeah, that is Ogel. My mistake. One ball and one strike. Bertweet's pitch. Breaking pitch low, 2-1.
Good pitch right there.
Yeah, he didn't miss by much there, did he?
And a better job by Dewey holding off.
That's a nice pitch right there, George.
2 balls and 1 strike to the Tarpons' second baseman. The pitch. Wide, 3-1. The Tarpons have gotten some stuff for free here. They've taken advantage of some errors. They got some walks and they got some hit batters. But they have gotten timely hits with the guys on base. That's the key. The 3-1. That's hit out to right. Should be routine. The right fielder chasing it down makes the play. That is the second out of the inning. Frigu makes the play. And there's now 2 away. For Tyler Sanders, who had an RBI on a fielder's choice ground out and then an infield single his last time up on a slow chopper to the third baseman. See if Tyler could join the 2-hit club. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
I think he had the pitch he was looking for.
Yep.
Little over.
Ogiel taking his lead over at first. Pertwee trying to have a clean 4th inning. The pitch to Sanders. He shows bunt. He gets it down, and it's foul. He was bunt for a hit there, no doubt, with 2 outs. And it's 0-2. See if Sanders could shorten up that swing with the 2 strikes and put it in play. Tweet's pitch. Got him looking, and that'll retire the side. So a good fastball with a little backup action retires the Tarpons. So it's 9-0 South Lafourche. We're going to the home half of the 4th here with the Tarpons up big on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Bottom of the 4th inning. With Jack Leday still out there on the mound, you got an estimate of a pitch count for him? It can't be too many.
About 29.
Yeah, so not even to 30 yet, unofficially. He's been pitching to contact, getting some quick outs. Pertwee had a fly ball out to Angelette his first time up. It's the pitch. Low, 1-0. There's some stirring going on in the Tarpon bullpen. It looks like Worley's getting loose. The 1-0. That one's hit hard to Vedras, and they're not going to have a play. Pierce will throw it down there. Should have probably put it in his pocket, but the base runner's hurt. The base runner stepped awkwardly on the bag, and George Pertwee, I think, turned his ankle or maybe a hamstring, something out there. He landed awkwardly touching the first base bag. This injury timeout is brought to you by Thibodaux Regional, and boy, we hope he's okay. It's an infield single, and you could see right when his foot made contact with the bag, something grabbed, and he went straight down to the ground.
Yeah, they're looking at the knee.
So a unfortunate situation, and we certainly hope he's okay. He is a terrific young man and a wonderful ball player. He was running towards first on the ground ball. Pierce made the throw, and as he was lunging for the bag, when his foot touched the base, just something kind of grabbed. And I don't know if he rolled his ankle or whatever it may be, but it looks like he's trying to walk it off now. Don't know if he'll be able to still give it a go, but just looking ahead, that is the pitcher of record for the Warriors, yeah. So don't know if they're going to maybe have to go to the bullpen.
And the ball he hit was right at Vedras, third baseman for the Tarpons, actually hit him in his glove, but it just bounced right back out.
Yeah, ricocheted over to Pierce, who made a running throw. They had no chance at him. Henry Pertwee will stand in. Looks like they're going to run for him. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to give it a go. We'll see who they put out there for him. And they're immediately also sending some action to the bullpen, so his night might be done. It's going to be 13 running. Is that 13? I don't have a 13 on my roster. Yeah, I apologize. There's no 13 on my lineup card. Pertwee, Henry Pertwee will stand in.
Well, he's got a big lead at first.
Pitch from Leday is a called strike 0-1. It's double barrel action in the Houma Christian bullpen. You would think that George Pertwee probably has thrown his last pitch of the afternoon. The 0-1 shows bunt, and it hit him. So the Warriors will have their most promising offensive rally of the afternoon with 2-1 and no out. And Frigueux will stand in.
Yeah, unfortunate for Leday, right? It was a breaking ball, and Pertwee at the plate turned to get away from the ball. It was going to be an inside pitch, and he just moved right into the ball.
Worley is getting a little more serious about his warm-up tosses down there as Frigueux will stand in. He shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike. I would be a little surprised if they were sack bunting down 9 in the 4th inning. I don't know if he was maybe trying to bunt for a hit. Let's see if they try that again. I would be surprised if they did. Yeah, he's not bunting this time. He's taking a called strike 0-2.
Hey, you got 2 now. Protect. Let's go. Hit the ball.
He flew out to right, and Curall made a really nice play to rob him of a hit his last time up. The 0-2. Got him. They're going to head down to third. Matt can't pick up the baseball. They'll have to throw to first. First base was occupied,
You don't
right?
have to throw the ball.
Yeah, they didn't have to throw the ball. Well, the Warriors are going to score a run on that mistake. The batter's
out.
The batter's going to be out because there was someone on first base. Tarpons threw the ball to first unnecessarily and basically gave Houma Christian a freebie. So there will be a runner at third and the score down 9-1, and that was just a mental mistake there for the Tarps. As Basile will stand in. 1 out, runner at third. It's the pitch. High, 1-0. It's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
A little late. You get in that box, you better be ready.
Yeah, he's getting it and going. The 1-1. That's foul and out of play into the parking lot. It's 1-2. Strikeout would be big for Jack here. Basile just wants to put it in play, try to get that second run across. The 1-2. Breaking pitch behind the batter. Fortunate for the Tarpons it didn't hit Basile, and then also fortunate that Matt caught it. It's 2-2. Pitch. High, and it's full. Worley is now on the mound. He is getting awfully close to being ready to go, but it's still Leday's game for the time being. The 3-2 wide, and it is a 1-out walk, and runners will be at the corners for the Warriors. Sam Martinez will stand in. And Coach Bucky's going to go have a conversation, which will do 2 things. It's A, going to settle down Jack, and B, give old Worley about a minute or so to make a couple of more tosses.
Yeah, we're not sure if they're. We're talking about their rotation for Saturday. If Worley comes in here,
Maybe we'd be looking
You
at
got-
Austin.
Curall that can start.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll be honest. I really don't know the plan Saturday. I would think if Worley throws a good bit today, it'd have to be Curall again on Saturday. What's the district game Tuesday?
Morgan City.
At Morgan City. So do you consider maybe, but again, he's got arm soreness not in the field. Would you maybe consider Brock Johnson Monday against Bourgeois? I don't know. I don't know what the plans are. They certainly do have some options. But first, you got to get out of a pickle here. There's runners at the corners, and it's the bottom of the fourth inning. Now 9-1. Martinez struck out his first time up. I think Worley is ready to go. Yeah, he's all the way on the mound there. He's just kind of slow tossing now as he's good to go. Will Houma Christian try to steal second, see what the Tarpons do? Runner's not going, and it's fouled into the screen 0-1. How big now is that 2-out rally in the third inning? If this were still a 5-1 ball game, it'd be really tense moments right now. No balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch there. Martinez got to find a way to put it in play.
Mack actually threw down to first behind the run, almost had him.
He's got a huge lead over there. My goodness. Time called by the batter at the last second. Coach Buck and Coach Chan, let's see what we see. I think there might be a throwdown to first coming before this 0-2 pitch because Basillo has a big lead. And he still has a big lead. There's the throwback, and they had him leaning. He's out. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn, and we kind of called that one. He had a huge lead, and the Tarpons peg him back. There's now 2 outs with only a runner at third.
There's no reasons for that. You down 9-1.
Yeah, that run doesn't mean a whole lot. The 0-2, that's hit foul on the left side.
Keep swinging. Stay sit right here. Let's go. Get some going.
Martinez trying to put it in play, but he's against 2 strikes. The 0-2 is low. Good block by Mack. It's 1-2. Just the pitch. Denton Offer in the dirt again. Good block by Mack again. It's 2-2. Henry Pertwee standing at third base. He got hit by a pitch earlier in the inning. 2-2. Got him. Mack's going to have to make a throw. And he does, and that retires the side. So the Tarpons give up a run, but still have a big lead. It's 9-1 Big Blue. After 4 innings, we're going to the top of the 5th on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Whether you compete on a court, on a field, in an alley, or out in the open, in a pool, a track, gym, or course, Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center will help keep you safe. Winning is your priority, your safety is ours. With concussion testing technology, prevention education, and sports nutrition counseling, we bring our A game so you can too. Play it safe with Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center.
He's no longer going to be pitching. He's going to be out in the outfield.
Tarpons can get 2 across here.
Vedros will stand in, an RBI bunt and a walk. He swings at that one, and it's 0-1. Foul tip. It's a good job by the Tarpon defense in the last half inning, not allowing the Warriors to have a big inning. You pick off the guy at first and get the big strikeout. Seals 0-1. Grounded to the shortstop, deep in the hole, and he booted it. The throw down there unnecessarily. It doesn't get by the first baseman. Should have put that one in his pocket. That's going to be an E6 there. Now Angelette will stand in. Angelette struck out swinging to end the first and then was hit by a pitch in that third inning rally. Worley is no longer throwing in the bullpen for the Tarps, which means that he is ready to rock and roll if need be, though got to tell you, Lede looks pretty damn good in the last half inning to wrap it up. Angelette's showing bunt, drawing the infield in. They'll throw back, and Vedros is in safe. See if Angelette's still going to be asked to bunt. He is. He pulls back, and it's a called strike, 0-1. Throw back, and the runner's in safe. Tarpons trying to continue to add some pressure, trying to get the run back that they lost in the last half inning. Angelette will get the bunt down, but it's foul. It's 0-2. Ooh, look out. They throw the ball away. Is that a live ball?
Nope.
Okay, I was wondering. It was the umpire touched it himself.
No.
Foul ball.
Foul
It's a
ball.
dead ball. No balls and 2 strikes to Angelette. Vedros takes his lead. They're still showing bunt, and Max is in there safe. Max Vedros may be a candidate to throw on Saturday. He is pitched for the Tarpons. Angelette still showing bunt. The 0-2 pulls back, and it's wide, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. A runner at first, no outs. Bottom of the order, trying to set up the top. The top has done a lot of damage today for Big Blue. It's the pitch. Pulls back, and it's a ball again, 2-2. Angelette shows bunt, the 2-2 pitch. Pulls back, and it's way wide, 3-2. Now Bastios to be careful. Don't want to put him on. He was ahead 0-2. Now it's full. Will they still have the bunt on with the full count delivery? Let's see. They do not, and it's low, and he walked him. Yes, that's a walk. Yes, the scoreboard said 2-2, but then my scoreboard said 3-2. That's definitely a walk. And now there'll be runners at first and second.
Keaton was standing at the plate. He meant not a pitch.
Jacob Pierce has a hit to second, a hit to left, and an RBI walk. He has been yet to be retired in the afternoon. And you mentioned that magic number of getting 2 runs in this inning. It's a big at bat here to maybe make that a reality. Angelette just drew the walk, has a big lead over at first. They're not holding him on, so he might as well have a big lead out there. Pitch to Pierce, and it hit him. The bases will be loaded with no out. And now for the second time in the game, Jack Leday will stand in with the bases loaded. The first time he stood in with the bases loaded, he had a 3 RBI double down the left field line. So Leday with a chance to blow this thing wide open and get a couple of more RBI. But the first things first, Basile's got to throw some strikes. It's the pitch. That's hit in the air, popped up on the right side. I don't know that that's deep enough to get the run home. And it's dropped by the first baseman. So Jack's going to get a swing on the house. Oh, my goodness. A free swing coming here for the Tarpon pitcher. Caught a break there.
First baseman had to battle. It was high.
Fighting the wind, fighting the sun.
Yeah. How many times do you see the hitters make the defense pay for something like this?
Yes, sir. The 0-1. Breaking pitch is a called strike, 0-2. Now, 2-strike approach for Leday. Let's see if he could shorten up that swing, put it in play.
Comes back with that same pitch. Right over third base.
The 0-2, that's hit hard to right. Don't know if they'll be able to make the play. It's in foul territory, and it's just out of play into the bullpen. He gave it a ride, but the wind's blowing it out that way. He's going to stay 0-2. That would have been deep enough to score the run, though.
Swing.
Hey, do a job. Open up the pitch.
So Basile throwing some strikes. Leday spoiled the last one. Let's see if he could straighten it out. With the bases loaded and no out. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking pitch way wide, and it's 1-2. A good stop that time by Ellis behind the plate.
At that time, the catcher was trying to set up a little to the outside.
The runners take their leads. Basile's 1-2. Breaking pitch low and outside, 2-2. Good eye that time from Leday. So he's worked it even. Houma Christian wants action on this pitch. They don't want a full count with the bases loaded. The 2-2. Popped up on the right side. The first baseman and, well, actually the second baseman chasing this one down. He makes the play. Not deep enough for any tag ups. So the Warriors get a big first out. Now Brock Johnson will stand in.
Infield fly rule should have been applied there.
So for the hit parade that the Tarpons have had today, Johnson doesn't yet have a hit, which means that he's due. He's been one of the best bats of the season for South Lafourche. Reached on an air, struck out, and grounded out. Chance to do some damage here. It's Basile's pitch. Fouled into the screen, 0-1. In the top of the fifth inning, it's 9-1 South Lafourche. They have the bases loaded with one out. Houma Christian trying to get out of a big jam and try to chip away. The 0-1. Low, 1-1. We have a good Friday off. We're back at it Saturday afternoon against Booker T. Washington at home.
I believe it's a 1 p.m. first pitch.
Yep. The 1-1. That's high, 2-1. So we will do the sports corner, then load up the caravan and head to the park. The LSU Lady Tigers will be playing at noon on Saturday, so my attention will be diverted. The 2-1 is wide, 3-1.
Oh, so you can be a nervous wreck.
Until they get a 20-plus point lead, then I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be any 20-plus point lead on Saturday. So, yes, I'll be a nervous wreck. 3-1 pitch to Brock Johnson. No place to put him. It's a strike, 3-2. Tarpons trying to get a 10-run lead. They need a base hit to do that. The Warriors are trying to stop the bleeding here. Basile trying to get a second straight unproductive out. Full count delivery. Fouled into the netting, and it'll stay full. Good battle brewing. What a beautiful day for baseball. Even my colleague doesn't have the jacket on today. That's how you know it's warming up.
Yeah, I brought it. Took it off, though.
3-2. Here's the pitch to Johnson. And it's low, and it is an RBI walk. The catcher got to find the ball. Not sure why the Tarpons were sprinting home there. But maybe you could have forced him to throw it and throw it away. It is 10-1. It's an RBI for Johnson. Now Camden Berg will stand in. Camden has walked, grounded out, and flown out. Tarpons have taken the run back that they allowed in the fourth, and now are going to get greedy to try to get a little more. Berg is one of your better offensive weapons. The pitch, high, 1-0.
See if Berg can drive one here.
They gave it a ride his last time out to the left. Pitch way up, 2-0. First things first, the Warriors are going to have to throw him a strike. Basile's command has been a little off. He has walked a batter, hit a batter, and walked a batter in the inning. The 2-0. There's a strike on the inside corner, 2-1.
Good take by Camden right there. You couldn't do much with that on the inside.
Yep. You'd have had a sore hand if you would have hit that one. That would have got jammed. The 2-1. That's on the outside corner for strike, 2-2. Mack is on deck for the Tarpons. He has a couple of hits on the afternoon. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Berg. Outside, and it's full. A walk would put the Tarpons up 10, which would mean they would be 3 clean outs away from getting home early. The 3-2. That's foul on the right side, out of play into the bullpen, and we'll do it over again. Everybody taking their leads. The lead runner at third is Caden Angelette. Full count delivery. That's foul into the parking lot, and we've got a battle brewing. Camden spoiling some good pitches and staying alive.
Where is he going?
Angelette was charging home. The umpire threw the ball, and it went well over the pitcher's head. Caden said, you know what? Worth a shot, right?
Good hustle. Hey, why not?
Another 3-2. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout for the Warriors. There's 2 away. Now Josh Mack will stand in. Mack has a bunt hit. He's grounded out to short, and he's got a base hit to right. And he's also been a concrete wall behind the plate. He has been outstanding. Basile's pitch. Hit in the air to right. Should be playable. The right fielder going out. The second baseman going in, and he dropped it. 2 runs are going to score. The Tarpons are going to be up 12-1 That is a tough miscue there. Runners will be at the corners, and the Tarpons now have an 11-run lead. Just been one of those days for Houma Christian this afternoon. Now Rez Due will stand in.
Yeah, right fielder was coming up. Second baseman was going back. Second baseman stopped. Gave the right play. Right fielder to come up, make the play.
The board only put 1 run there, but 2 runs scored. The runner at second and the runner at third scored. We're going to have time called. Coach Martinez is going to go talk to his pitcher. And don't know if they're going to the bullpen. It looks like they are. They're going to make a call to the bullpen here. We will tell you the particulars after this 1-minute commercial break. The Tarpons lead 12-1 on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. So Due will stand in.
Yeah, Tarpons have 7 hits.
Yeah, when you got 12 runs, you should probably have more than 7 hits. That's a sign that you're getting some stuff for free. Due has an RBI walk in the afternoon.
Reached on error twice.
Here's the pitch. That's up the middle, gloved by the second baseman to the bag, and that'll retire the side. But the Tarpons add to their advantage, and they're 3 clean outs away from potentially getting home with a 5-inning run rule win. It's 12-1 South Lafourche. We'll be back in a minute on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. To the home half of the 5th we go. It's the bottom of the Houma Christian order, 7, 8, 9. Adams, Ellis, and Pensacola. They need 2 runs to stay alive. They're down 12-1. Lede making his warm-up tosses. Worley has now gone back out into the bullpen just in case as a little bit of insurance. These are 3 hitters that Leday retired without issue their first times to the plate. 2 via a ground out and 1 via a strikeout. Leday has been economical on the mound. He's thrown strikes. He's relied on his defense, and that's been a winning formula for the Tarpons today. First pitch. It's grounded foul, 0-1.
Yeah, I have Leday giving up 1 hit way back in the first inning.
Yep, I agree with you. That's what my card has as well. Deal 1. Line to the right side. Restue gloves it, gets it to the bag, and there's 1 away. Good job by Rest. That was a hard hit ball. Got a good hop, made the throw. There's 1 out for Wade Ellis. South Lafourche looking like they're going to get their 9th win of the season. They would get to 9-12 if they could ice this one down. Pitch. Hit him. So there's a base runner. Mr. Ellis says, don't count your chickens before they hatch. He'll head on over to first, and it'll be Drew Pennisall batting. Let's see. Number 3. Yep, not going to be Drew Pennisall batting. It's going to be a pinch hitter. Number 11. Is that our pitcher? Cobb? Yep, Landon Cobb. So he gets his first swing. He grounds it to short. Can Pierce get an out? Got to make a long throw to first, and he throws it away. Pierce did a good job getting to the ball. The throw sailed wide. It'll be runners at the corners for Houma Christian School with 1 out. Now you got to face the top of their order. That's going to be a throwing error on Pierce.
Yeah, it looked like Pierce had a little more time than what he thought.
Pellegrin will stand in. They're going to run 24 for the catcher Ellis. We'll tell you who 24 is. Falgu. Again, we mentioned it during the commercial. The board here says 11-1. It is not 11-1. It is 12-1. I sure hope the home plate umpire is aware of that. But we'll see. Pellegrin stands in. It's the pitch. It's chopped on the infield. Pierce will glove it. Gets it to second for 1. They'll throw it down to first. Not in time. Tarpons get an out. Warriors get a run. It's now 12-2. George Pertwee will stand in. Runner takes his lead. The pitch. High, 1-0. The 1-0 is wide, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. The pitch. That's hit a mile in the air. Can Sanders get under it? He's calling him off. And he makes the play, and that should be the end of the ball game. Let's see if they're aware that it is. Yep. Yep, they're getting for the handshakes line. So that'll be the end of tonight's ball game. South Lafourche gets a 12-2 win over Houma Christian School. Before we wrap up, let's make triple sure that that's the end of the line.
It is.
The Warriors are taking the field, but yeah, that's the scoreboard is wrong. We've been saying that for an inning and a half. And yeah, that is the end of the game. The Tarpons will get a 12-2 win here over the Warriors. We're going to go ahead and take a 3-minute break. When we get back, our post-game show with the Tarpons getting a 10-run rule victory over the Warriors on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.